Yes, guys, Suki from BTS TV, and today I have number eight in the world. She was third in the prestigious Pittsburgh Pro Show this year, and then, of course, we have to mention it. First place at the New York Pro, arguably the second biggest show outside of the Arnolds and Olympia. It's Lena Ramsteiner. How are you doing?
Hi, Suki. Nice to see you. I'm fine. I hope you're fine too. Just come from my training session, back and glutes. So that's my heaviest workout of the week. So I'm happy to be done with that now.
Well, look, let's get straight to it because I want to talk about Olympia, but before we get there, we have to reflect on your season so far. Third at Pittsburgh, the Mannion show. We knew how many eyeballs was on that show. Everybody was talking about it. And then, of course, first place at Steve Weinberger's show,
Yeah, that was
Olympia head judge.
crazy.
So
Really.
tell me, in your, how has this season gone so far based on maybe the goals you set yourself at the start of the year?
Yeah, as I already qualified last year in Prague, I had no pressure this spring, I will say. So I just went to the shows because they are such prestigious events, and I just wanted to be part of them. As I never competed in spring in the US, it was always around the Olympia or in summer, Texas and Tampa. And I just wanted to explore or to be part of these two shows. And the Pittsburgh Pro, I think it was the biggest ever. And yeah, I just went there. I had no pressure, and the results were even more exciting for me. I never dreamed of winning the New York Pro, especially because Natalia was there. Until this day, I did never, yeah, did not even dream about it. So it was a unrealistic dream come true.
I mean, yeah, you say about a dream come true because Italia was, I believe,
Yes.
fourth in the world at the Olympia 2024. So to go and then beat number four in the world, that must have given you so much more confidence and that
I just have
validation.
goosebumps right now. Do you see
There you
that?
go, there we go. That confidence and validation that you could be a contender for a top placing at the Olympia 2025. What before the New York Pro, before you went head to head with Natalia and before Pittsburgh, what was your goal going into Olympia 2025, given you took eighth place in 2024?
To be honest, the goal didn't change because I was eighth place, and I think the next step's the top five. Um, I just can say that this goal now feels more realistic because I always tend to set very high goals. And at the beginning of my season, I just thought, okay, top eight was crazy. Top five will be really crazy. But now um it's like this goal seems realistic to me. Maybe a little bit too realistic because I like to set high goals. So maybe I have to upgrade my goal to, yeah, I can't say maybe top three, not if not this year, but maybe in the future will be realistic as well.
I think, yeah, top five is a very realistic goal. And given the fact of what you've done at New York, we know straight away whoever wins Pittsburgh, whoever wins New York are two girls we need to talk about. going into the Olympia. Now, let's just talk about one person you competed against at Pittsburgh, and she took the title, and that was Lola, who is a formidable competitor, looks spectacular, and so did you in that lineup. Going head to head with with her at the Olympia 2025, are there any areas that gives you confidence where you could potentially have the beating in her in certain poses?
Lola,
Yes.
I'm not sure because Lola, for me, she's the top contender for the title, to be honest. And I I think that Lola has she has something special and maybe, but it's only one part of the back pose where I think I could maybe beat her is her, but I'm not sure about it to be honest. Is her legs from the back pose, but not the back pose in a whole. Because yeah, for me she's the top contender, and I think this year she will beat me in every pose. But yeah, I work to improve especially my back and my glutes, so this could change in the future.
Want another opportunity to stand next to her at the Olympia stage.
Yeah,
Yes, she may have the beating in you in certain areas, but to have the opportunity to stand next to her again, to maybe show the improvements in front of the judges, I think
yeah.
that would be fantastic to see.
And I work very hard every day to improve my um uh what's the opposite of strength? The weaknesses. I
Yes,
work
yeah.
every day to beat yeah, to become better athlete. My weakness especially is my back and my glutes. So the back pose, I think, yeah. In the front, I stood last year already in the top five, but when I turn around, I was changed to the um, outer line. So I hope I will stay in the middle this year.
Well, look, you mentioned that you believe Lola is probably the strong contender to take the Olympia title, the title that Sydney held for 8 years. There is one person who I believe is the only figure competitor to say out loud that she feels that she will be winning the title. And she said in a recent interview with Olympia TV that her name is already on the trophy, and that is Jessica Reyes, who's come second on multiple
Yeah.
years. Are you looking forward to having another battle potentially with Jessica and this time be hopefully standing next to her to give her a run for the money?
Yeah, last year, I was standing right next to her at the Texas Pro, where I yeah was second. So Jessica is also a top contender. Yeah, for sure. She was second for I think more than 2 years, 3 years. I don't know exactly. And Jessica is like she's training for much longer time than I do. She's all yeah, she's very her muscles are very
Very mature, very dense.
mature. That's
Yeah.
the word I'm searching for. And that's something just because of the time that I'm training right now. It's only 9 years. It's a long time, but Jessica's training longer. I'm very sure about it. And that's something that makes her look different than mine and another strength that she has. But I think when we are only talking about the structure of her body, when I have some time, I can beat her.
Another person I want to talk about, I want to know how excited you are about competing against this person, is Missy Truscott making her figure debut at the Olympia. How excited are you of the opportunity? I'm sure, I'm sure, in fact, let me change that. She's got the opportunity as well to stand next to
Yeah.
you as well.
Missy is a legend, and yeah, it's an honor to stand next to her. Um, doesn't matter if it's at the Olympia or somewhere else. I'm very happy she's now a part of our Figure Pro lineup, and um, I'm very excited to stand next to her, and I'm uh, excited to see her in the Olympia lineup because I think the only competition was the Tupelo Pro, right?
You've got
And
one more before Olympia.
yeah, there haven't been any other Olympians there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it could be a whole different look in the Olympia lineup. I'm not sure. She seems to have a lot of muscle mass and even more than the top Olympians. And yeah, we will see what the judges think about her in this lineup.
Do you think this year, with no Sydney Gillen, because every year when you have figure at Olympia, it's always it's the Sydney Gillen show because she keeps winning the title. But this year, there is now a lot more excitement for the figure division because it is wide open. Not only wide open for who could win it, but also who could break into the top five, who could replace somebody in the top five or in the top three, which is where they're talking about you now as one of the top European figure pros. We got Ria Gale, who's obviously from UK, but she's based out in the US. But you are one of the top European figure pros. Do you is there a sense of excitement and maybe there could also be some big surprises come Olympia weekend in the figure division?
Yeah, I think everyone is just waiting for this event because it's never been more unclear what's the result of the Olympia. But I don't think that this year will be a big difference to the other years. So the athletes you already mentioned, like Lola, like Jessica, will be top contenders. I'm very sure about it. And I only know that I was top 8 last year, and I don't think the look the judges want to see will change in a whole. So I know what, compared to last year, what I have to improve or what I had to improve, and I know that I improved. So for me, it's more like I can place maybe better than last year because I improved and I am better now than maybe the top 6 and 7. But yes, there are some new athletes, new pros, like to mention as well Denise Zwinger.
Us?
And Denise has a whole different look, a whole different look than the current Olympia lineup and than me and Lola. And I think that's gonna be interesting how she will place. And I think when someone, a new pro, went up high in at her first Olympia, it will be Denise because she's so special.
Well, let's talk about Germany because you guys have got five pro figure Olympians going to this year Olympia.
Yes, that's crazy.
Germany seems to be on fire when it comes to the figure division. And of course, you are at the top, at the summit of it, having been ranked number 8 and won the New York Pro. Why is figure so popular or so strong in Germany?
I've already thought about this, and I don't know. I think maybe it has something to do with our stereotype of a beautiful woman with muscle. Um, to compare, for example, with Brazil, there the wellness category is one of the strongest categories. And I think the stereotype or the beautiful woman there, they are seen as women with big legs, big glutes, and so. And in Germany, we like the more balanced type. So a strong woman has to have not a special strength like back or glutes or legs. Um, she has to be a good symmetry, a good
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
And I think that that's what makes the figure division the the most fitting division with our beauty stereotype. That's my explanation.
Do you think, I mean, look, that was a very good comparison with like wellness in Brazil. Like that is the division they dominate. But they dominated with by winning that division. Do you think with how Germany, the figure division is progressing and more German pros will hopefully not only win pro shows, but obviously then secure Olympia qualification. Do you think we could potentially one day see then a Germany
I
pro figure take the Olympia title?
I really hope so. I really hope so. And every day I'm writing the sentence in my journal, so
Okay, what sentence did you write today?
I'm writing every day since you won't believe it, but I'm writing it every day in my journal since 2020, before I even went pro. I am proud to be Miss Olympia in figure class because every day I'm living like I've already reached my goal. That's the thing you have to do if you want to reach goals. Behave like the person who already reached your goal. So I hope that there will be a German figure Miss Olympia one day. Um, because if there's not, that would mean that I will never reach my goal.
Do you believe writing it down on your journal? Do you believe that one day that will come, that the German figure pro winner in Olympia will actually be Lena Ramsteiner?
Some people might say if I say it out loud, it's like dreaming too big or being maybe arrogant or so. But what I've learned from mindset and what I've learned from my daily routines and my mental work, my mindset work, that you have to believe in your goals. And only when you believe it, you can achieve it. And that's why I would answer this with yes.
I think you're right. The Olympia is all about dare to dream. Like everybody dreams of
That's why
turning
we do
pro.
all that, right?
Exactly. People dream of turning IFBB pro. They then dream of qualifying for Olympia. Maybe dreaming in top 10 or top 5. But that's the whole point of the Olympia for people to dream, no matter how far away they are from the stage, whether they are amateur or pro, but to dream that one day they could be that person.
Yeah.
And as long as they could dream it and they believe it and they put in the work and you're climbing the ranks every year, then why should anybody not tell you something is not possible when you're already showing them that it is possible to achieve something?
Yeah, and today I'm talking with you about this. Like when I think back, like 5 years ago, when I already wrote that sentence in my journal, I would never tell you something about it because it was so far away. But that's the proof that when you make your vision clear and work for it every day, it can become reality. Because now, there in 2020, I had didn't even had the pro card, right? I was so far from an Olympia top five, but now, 5 years later, I'm saying that's a realistic
Five
goal.
years later, you are top three at Pittsburgh. You are the winner of the New York Pro, and you are the current number eight in the world. Technically number seven because Sydney's retired. And we're now talking about top five placing at Olympia 5 years since you start writing in
Yeah,
that journal.
and that's the proof that this works. Speaking about your goal, setting your goals as high as you ca can even imagine, and working for it every day, it yeah pays off.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful way to end it, and that ending in regards to visualization. Write it down, think about it, put it somewhere, and look back at it every single day, and believing that you're better than yesterday. You are a step closer to one day achieving that goal. It may not be this year, it may not be next year, but as long as you believe that it's going to happen and you're moving in the right direction, you're doing everything you can
Yeah,
to get there,
yeah,
then why not? I'm sure there was a time that made you thought you would never win the New York Pro, and here you are, the current and reigning New York Pro figure winner.
yeah. You said yeah, perfect words for to summarize it.
Leah, I appreciate your time. I want to wish you all the very best for Olympia 2025. I really do hope you get the opportunity to not only stand next to Lola, Jessica, and all the top girls in the in that figure first call out lineup, but also secure that top five placing for 2025 Olympia.
Thank you.